Hello again. Hopefully this is not going to be, a long stream. Just wanted to get some information out to some people who don't listen and don't understand the repercussions of what they're doing and the severity of what's going to happen to them, even though, I'm trying to tell them to basically, save them. What they're seeing happening around them already. And they'll be the ones that are drowning. So I'm here just in case, people want to come in and try and, get me angry to the point that they can use the video to make out that I'm an evil despot or something, which ain't going to happen. But, I'll give them the opportunity to try. Some people just don't listen, and it's crazy. And I wear different T-shirts. This one says, I'm not arguing. I'm just pointing out why I'm right. That's all it is. Some people think that is it sanctimonious or holier than thou or whatever it is. They don't like it, and I don't care. And they're using these people for their energy, and that's going to stop. Worried about Armageddon. You don't believe in God, but you're worried about Armageddon. You're crazy. Absolutely stupid people. Absolutely stupid people. You don't believe in God, but the prophecy is coming true. That prophecy that's written. What? You don't believe in God, but you're worried about Armageddon because the prophecy is true, which means God exists. Otherwise, you wouldn't be worried about the prophecy. And you're getting in the ring with someone who already's beaten you already. You know that already. And it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. You want to have a fight with someone that you know you're going to lose to. And you're doing everything to stop that happening. But you already know you lost. It's absolutely crazy. And somebody warns you, don't do it because you've already lost. And you're going to get hurt. And you're going to suffer and really suffer because karma's really going to hit you. And you still want to abuse this person. You still want to take their life force. You still offer somebody 50% of it, even though that ain't never going to happen, ever. And you know you've already lost. I don't know how stupid you want to prove that you are, but you're doing a really good job. You're worried about Armageddon, but you don't believe in God. Well, why are you worried about it then? And you know he's going to kick your ass, literally, worse than you could ever imagine. And everything that you fear the most, that's what's going to happen. And it's funny. And whilst I try to offer love and compassion and all of those things, you want to bring me to the point where I'm angry. Why? Because you lost. Why should I get angry because you lost? Hello. Hi, NFJ. How you doing? How did FF get this wrong? Probably the same way we do. It is what it is. Or somebody else was meant to have it and swap places, maybe. Trading places. Just, it begs belief, though. It really does. Like, it'd be like somebody getting in the ring with Mike Tyson, having watched the fight already, knowing that he smacked them all over the ring and they lost, and then still get in there. It's like, that's how crazy it is. It's like you wouldn't do it anyway, but you're doing it even though you know you lose and even though you get smacked all over the place. It's like, what? That's just crazy. But if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do, and I'm not gonna, like I said before, I'm not gonna extend my love to you in the sense that I'm going to be there holding your hand and be compassionate for you and whatever. So I'll love you from a distance because, like I say, you probably got a cold or something and full of germs, and I don't want to catch them. And even if it's not me, this person that you're talking about, it ain't going to happen. Like, you're going to try and wind them up so they can be angry, blah, 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 go down to your level. No, I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening at all. And, trying to get in the energy, sexual encounters, etc., give offers, all of this stuff. Like, you think it's not known, but if you read the title page, you'll know that it's known. By the descriptions of the people that were involved, by the things that they said, you know that it's known. By the places, you know that it's known. And I could probably put, Colorado in there and stuff like that as well. But you know that it's known. All of it. Everything. Like, he sees what you see, hears what you hear. You do this bio stuff, you do this telepathy, which is going to stop. You think I don't know? Of course I know. Of course I know. You make out your God, mocking God. Oh, Dad doesn't like what you're doing. Really doesn't like what you're doing. And you think he doesn't know. And you people not of this earth, you think he doesn't know. You think the other people not of this earth don't know. They know. They've all been told. They've been told what you're doing. They know who you are. You people dressed up as us that aren't us, we know who you are. Absolutely. Absolutely know who you are. Know what your game is. Know what your plans are. And you've been told to just walk away, and you won't. And I'm not threatening you. I'm just telling you what the truth is, which is what I do. And I don't care what you think. I really don't. But the truth is, you're almost past that point of no return, where your karma, the worst thing that you can imagine, probably, being subjugated by women, ruling over you. That's probably the worst thing you could imagine. That would probably happen to you. And worse. And it's not in a sexual, satisfactory sort of way. It's in a degrading, you useless piece of shit sort of way. Whatever it is that you hate the most, yeah, probably something like that. And the rich person that's funding this, oh boy, you're in trouble. Oh dear, you're really in trouble. Really, really, really are. Look, I don't know how many times I can say the same things. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm just telling you the truth. And I don't care. And anybody that is deserving of my love, whatever that means to anyone, oh, they have it. And anybody that isn't, I'll love you from a distance because I don't want to see anybody get hurt. Anything, any being, that's not what I want. But I've come to the point now where, let me think. Do I want honest, righteous people? Women, children that are innocent? Do I want them hurt in sadistic, sad, brutal ways? Or do I want these sad fuckers hurt? Let me think. Yeah, the latter. If it's going to be one or the other, if I haven't got a choice, which is, what I was trying to do, not even have a choice. Like, if everybody was getting on with everybody, there isn't a choice. But if there has to be a choice, then I don't know, wrath, love. There's a dark side of love, like, a woman scorned. Oh, there's a dark side. I don't know. It seems strange that love is going to do this. It seems strange that the way these people suffer is brought about by love or their own hate. Because more often than not, when you're turning the other cheek and all of the stuff they send your way just goes back to them, but worse. I don't know. Kind of poetic justice, I suppose. Because that's what's going to happen. The chosen one know now. All the chosen ones know exactly what you're doing. Exactly what you're doing. They're all connected and they all know. And you're going to be bit up the arse by those very same people that you're trying to destroy. Those very same people. Because those are the people that know where you are and know what you do. And they're going to tell. Not only those people that you pushed out into the cold. The ones that you pay, that you're not paying, that you just disregarded. Like, they have a place to go. They have people to speak to. They have people who want to talk to them because they know all about you, because they've been working for you. And now they have nothing to lose because you're not paying them. See how that works? Don't make the alligator mad until you cross the river, Forrest said. You have so many plans, especially Tuesday. You think that's going to work? I don't think so. I don't think so. You think getting that person out of jail, the music person, getting them back, no, that ain't going to work. You might as well put them back in if you haven't already. This video's a little bit late. Like, you seriously think, like, it begs belief. You go about pretending you're God and you're doing all these things, but you don't believe that the real God can do all these things. You're pretending to be somebody that's imaginary, that's doing these things. What? You're trying to be somebody that's imaginary and you're doing these things like this telepathy stuff and this bio flipping siphoning stuff, whatever you do. And the other bullshit that you do. And these sacrifices of your pets and the children and that, taking their energy. And you're doing all this pretending that you're God, but you don't believe there's a real one. So you're trying to be something that's not real. I'll tell you what isn't real. You aren't real gods. But I know someone who is. And he is gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna laugh. Sorry, but I shouldn't. I should feel sorry for you. I should have sympathy and compassion for you. But I have to come to the conclusion, because I only go on facts. If the merciful God that you mock is going to kick your ass, maybe he doesn't love you as much as he should. Maybe he should just forgive you and let you do what you're doing. But he ain't. And if he ain't, well, I'll forgive you. He probably forgives you. Oh, yeah. And he probably still loves you in his way. But he's still going to kick your ass. uphill and down dale, all of you. And that karma that you think that you're trying to avoid, all of these things that you're doing, all these tricks, all of these hiding behind these divine people, mirroring them, praying to the sun and hiding behind and trying to throw all of your flipping burdens on this beautiful being, ain't working. Oh, it might work in the sense that you're getting what you want, but thinking that you're going to avoid the karma for it, no, that ain't working. That ain't working. Is it heck? And those people you're feeding off, oh, they're going to get help. And guess what? They know where they are and they know where you are. They know what was done to them and by whom, as does she. And this karma, it's not just now, this is thousands of years. This is all your ancestors. The bad ones. This is everything they did, everything you did, and this is all of you cursed. All this life that you had, that you stole from people, oh dear. When you see those films, I don't know, Dracula or something like that, where, I don't know, their final moment comes and then they age all at once, into nothing, like, into a skeleton or whatever. I wonder if that's what happens to you. I wonder if all these lives that you've taken energy from, I wonder if when your time comes, I wonder if that happens. That would be funny to watch. I should show compassion, but like I say, if it's deemed that those things should happen, then those things should happen. You see, this is not revenge. This is justice for all of those people who have suffered. And for you people that don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. But those people who do know what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about. And they should be worried. Very worried. Because if they're worried about Armageddon, I don't know, maybe you should pray for Armageddon, because what's going to happen to you, it's going to be worse than that. Way worse than that. You've been naughty for a long, 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 long time. And now people have been caught with their hand in the cookie jar. In some places, they cut your hand off. But that would be too good for you. See, karma works in a different way. I don't have to worry about having any revenge or getting upset or getting angry. Like, you can try, like people have tried. It makes me laugh because it ain't going to happen. And that includes everybody. Everybody that you're trying to get angry. Everybody that you've been siphoning off. Everybody that you're trying to put a veil over. Everybody that you're trying to say, forget who you are. Forget who you are. Forget who you are. I wonder if you do that. I wonder if you forget who you are. I don't know what karma's going to do for you, but I know it ain't going to be good. I know that it ain't going to be good. And I'm sorry to you people who are nice people who like think I'm, talking about stuff that doesn't exist, but it exists. And these people don't want you to know that. They're bad people doing bad things to innocent people and pets, animals, and using divine beings to get what they want. It's all going to stop. Divine masculines, divine feminines. You're trying to find certain people, and you're trying to do certain things, and you want this to happen, you want that to happen, and you already know it doesn't happen. Or he didn't write it. Hey, Five, I've preached Chase Karma. Hey, Tim, how you doing? Yeah, there is some Chase Karma, but it isn't just Chase Karma, it's life karma. Chase is just one part of what's been happening for hundreds of years. People having a great life on the backs and the lives of others. Hence the drowning. You make people do things that they shouldn't be doing. And you want to make people do things that they shouldn't be doing. And you think you have power, but you don't. And you're so jealous of the power that some people have. And you want it for yourself. And you can't have it. And the worst part of it is that power that you want, that's going to be your downfall. The way you try to get it, that's what's going to hurt you the most. And the worst part of it is you're going to watch. You're going to see. The thing that you didn't want to happen, you're going to see it happen. You're going to have front row seats. And that person that you mocked, who we call God or the universe or the angels or the spirits or whatever, the aliens, that person that you mocked is going to show you right before your eyes the very thing you didn't want to happen. You're bad people. You're bad beings. Yes, you know who you are. You slave traders. I don't mean human slave traders. Buying and selling essence, bioenergy, or whatever you want to call it, your fancy names. So this is my authentic self. This is the self that you fear, because this is the truth. The stuff you didn't want anyone to know about. How you, oh man, when they find you, how you try to make masculine men into feminine men by putting stuff in the foods, estrogen or whatever these flipping things are that you do. You think we don't know? We all know. We know what you've done. We know your plan. You gay fuckboys. Not there's anything wrong with gays. Just you people that dress up as women but hate them and brutalise them and beat men up. Like when you punch them in the stomach and say, you're the witness, we're training you. You think we don't know? Of course we know. It's all been seen. It's all been recorded. There is nowhere you can go. And when I say that, I mean anywhere. In any realm of existence, we see you. In any multiverse, universe, we see you. Whichever alien planet you come from, we see you. Whichever dimension you come from, we see you. It's funny that you're that stupid, that you believe that because you probably do a sweep and make sure there's no microphones or cameras or anybody watching or listening or hearing, those very entities that you conjure with your kitchen magic, they're turning on you. We don't need divine people to see you. We don't need chosen ones to see you or hear you. The very entities, they're turning on you. Those people you bring back from the dead, they're turning on you. The very magic that you're using is destroying you. The darkness, remember, the devil's my friend. You sent me to him. Remember, he works for God. And they work for him. And if you think there are demons more powerful than him, they work for us too. Because they have no power. And they go right back to you. Therefore, they're working for us. That return to sender stuff goes right back to you. And you reap what you sow. And so far, you've sown quite a bit. Absolutely. And not just this lifetime. All the lifetimes. Quite a lot been sown. There's quite a lot coming back to you. And you're going to lose quite a lot, as you've already seen. And still seeing in the news. These people being caught out. See, that's what's happening. It's the wrong kind of disclosure for you that you don't want. It's called the truth. And you don't want the truth to come out. All the sordid details. You don't want the real you coming out. You want to be known as this holy person, or this uprighteous person, or this wonderful person, or this benevolent person. While all the time you're destroying people's lives. You're trafficking children, siphoning off their innocence. Abusing and brutalizing women. So it started out with certain people, and because of those people, others were found. And because of those people, others were found. And because of those people, big boys were found. They're in big, big, big trouble. And I don't care. Because I warned everyone. I told you I was here telling you the truth. I told you what the truth was. I told you what was happening in the chase. I told you about a lottery ticket that you should have got for me and give me that money. But you didn't. You kept it. You kept it. And I told you again, 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 and not one of you went, oh shit, we better give him that money. Not one of you. You went, we'll just take a bit more. We'll just do this. We'll just marry. We'll just live in the house. We'll buy this yacht. We'll have this life insurance. But you didn't realize that when you're trying to do all these things, when you were sending people to destroy people, they'd have accidents. Car accidents. You think I don't know? Of course I know. You think I don't know about the fire? Of course I know. Or the fires. Of course I know. I know about the life insurance. I know about everything. I know what you're planning before you know what you're planning. And I don't care whether you believe me or not. You see, my proof, as I've told you all along in the chase, my proof, you see it. You see it happen. Remember? The tattoos, far too soon. The lid to the ice cream. Like crossing the Madison to the Flat Island, blah, 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 longer, whatever it is. Totem Cafe. I tell you the truth. And it's provable. It's the truth. So for 4 years I've been telling you the truth and you've been ignoring me. And now the truth is darker because you're ignoring me. and I'm trying to save you and tell you to do the right thing, and you're not. And now the big boys are involved because you people, you couldn't let go. You couldn't let go. And now God, the Father, oh, he's angry. And I said to you, didn't I? In the videos before, I don't want God to bring down and just, another flood, destroying places. I didn't want that. I told you that. I warned you. I'm not angry. I forgive what you did because remember, I've told you already. I would have probably been there with you. I probably would have been there with you. That's how you're making me feel. I probably would have been there with you if you hadn't put your fucking feet on my head. If you didn't want it for yourself. You see, it was only when you showed me the person I didn't want to be that I had to tell you the person that you are. And that I don't want to be that person. So now I'm telling you the person that you are, and you're getting upset because I'm telling you the person that you are. It's not coming from me. I don't care. I told you. I really don't care. I forgive you because I know maybe if I was in that position, maybe I would have done the same thing. The person that I was would have done the same thing. That person. Before you put your foot on my head. The person before you put the foot on my head maybe would have done it. But when you put your foot on my head, I found out who I really was. And I found out that my father, and your father was looking out for me. He always was. Through my whole life. When you were fucking it over. Every so often. I would think, yep, things are going good, and then boom. Then everything's going good, and then boom. Everything's going good, boom. And I got to the point where I had to start thinking, how the fucking hell does my life keep going like this? And how is it when I get to my worst fucking point, somebody just comes along and pushes me on and says, no, carry on. Carry on a little bit longer. You'll be all right. And I'm like, no, why the fuck should I? I'll do all this and I'll get to here and it's just fucking shit. It's like, no, go and carry on. You'll be all right. Trust me. So I carry on. And that's how it's been. And that's how it was going to be forever and ever and ever. And I'm talking lifetimes ago. Ever and ever and ever. Like somebody had to break the curse. Somebody had to stop this bullshit matrix that we're in. Just get up, go to work, be shat on, come home, get another job if you have to make ends meet, and another job after that. This bullshit matrix that these people created in order that they could have a great life. Even though it's not a great life. Like they're forever worrying about doing stuff to make things happen, to have a great life, and they don't realise that they're having a shit life by doing all that stuff. When they could have a normal, good life anyway, just leaving things as they were. But they've come so far from where they started, they don't know where they are. And they don't know what they were fighting against. They can't remember what it was. It could have been great for everybody. And now those people that have been taken, they're going to lose everything. They're going to lose everything. They think they won't, and they're going to try not to, but the more they try not to, the more they're going to lose. What they don't realise is you're running. I've told you loads of things like to help people. You're running towards the cliff, and they turn the shields, and it blinds you, and you end up over the cliff. Like you're running towards these people, trying to get these people, like like that. That's what you're doing. You're running towards them, and it's like, no, ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. They just turn the shields. You get blinded, and you fall down the abyss. And you think that you're going to get video of me doing like crazy stuff. Yeah, okay. And it's going to be believed. But my energy isn't that crazy stuff that you're thinking that you want. And it won't be that crazy stuff. And neither will anybody else's. You see, every plane of existence that's been tainted by you people, there's a revolution. That's why there's nowhere you can hide. Even if you left this planet, even if you left this realm, even if you left this dimension, even if you thought you had a get out plan, you haven't. You know those tunnels? They were blocked. Your little escape routes, they were blocked. I told you in the other videos. There's no way out. Everything's seen, everything's known, it's all written, it'll all play out. The only way it don't play out is if you change what you're doing. Like I said, you get in the ring with a boxer and you know you've already lost the fight. You've already lost it. And the more you try and stop that happening, the more you're making it happen. I told you before, I told you ages ago. You're bringing about the prophecy. You're self-fulfilling it. I told you this ages ago. Bring Jesus back. Didn't I tell you? Like the more you try to stop it, the more you deny God, the more you do all this crap stuff that you were doing, making men into women and flipping God knows what else, the more you go about doing that, the more you bring it about. I told you ages ago. I only tell you the truth. You don't have to listen to me and you don't have to take any notice of what I say. But I don't think I've been wrong yet. I know I've not been wrong. You might want to argue that fact, but I know I haven't been wrong. What I've told you is the truth. And this is the truth as well. The more you try to do stuff, to alter stuff, the more you bring about your end. And long ago, it seems, I cared about what happened to you. Because I was in that situation where I thought, well, that could be me. And now, I know, no, that couldn't be me. I couldn't have done those things. I couldn't have done those things. And while I don't want anyone hurt, justice is justice. Remember what I said? You can't have a book that says, turn the other cheek, and in the same book say an eye for an eye. See, one probably comes from Jesus, and the other one comes from a man who wants vengeance, who wants revenge. You see, that eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, that comes from a sad git like you. That don't come from God or Jesus. That comes from a sad git like you. Like, turn the other cheek may come from Jesus or God. But an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth? Wow, that sounds like vengeance to me. I can't see God telling everybody that it's okay to have an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I just can't see that. He may well think that, if that's what he wants to do. He may well think, hang on, somebody took my eye out, I'll take theirs. I'm not saying he would. I'm just saying, if you want to stretch it, but he wouldn't say it's okay for a being to take an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Because love thy neighbour, thou shalt not kill, etc., etc. Well, that goes against what I've just said. Like, thou shalt not kill, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. So if somebody kills, then you have to kill him back. What? No. So in that, there's forgiveness. That makes more sense. Turn the other cheek. So some of what we read is true, and some of what we read is the bullshit that you want us to be in. This low vibration. And you want people to believe that whoever the chosen one is, whoever the chosen ones are, they're going to be angry and they don't deserve to be the chosen and blah, 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 blah. But what you don't realise is everything's been seen and watched. So the plan that you have to make that happen has already been seen and watched. So it's already failed before it starts. Hey, Bill. Hey, Money. How you doing? Mr. Davy B, how you doing, mate? All good, all good, all good. Every time Jesus comes back, they kill him. Yeah, not this time, mate. Thanks for asking. I'm cooking supper at the moment. Oh, cool. It's crazy how you're making dinner and I'm having breakfast. Yeah, it's crazy. Fried cabbage and bratwurst sounds better. Yeah, definitely does. Yeah, so I don't know if Jesus is coming back, when he's coming back, how he's coming back. Well, I do, because it's all written, but who wrote that? So you're self-fulfilling the prophecy that you don't believe. I don't get it. You don't believe there's a God, and you're self-fulfilling the prophecy that you're trying to prevent. The fact that you're trying to prevent it is making it happen. Like, more and more has to happen to bring you to a point where you lose. And there's 1,000 years of peace, which you don't want. But you're doing everything you can to bring that closer and closer. That's crazy. Like, if any of you people that are involved in it, not you people here, but whoever gets to see this, that God lets them see it when they need to see it. If you had any sense, you would not do the things that you're doing. And then it would prove that God doesn't exist. And then the prophecy wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. Because it wouldn't need to happen. It's that simple. Like, it would not need to happen. If you were not doing what you were doing, the prophecy would not need to happen. Because you're doing what you're doing, the prophecy has to happen. So you trying to destroy, I don't know what you're trying to destroy. Because you don't believe in God. And yet you're doing the very things that prove God exists by siphoning the energy from these people that are chosen. The fact that they're chosen and you're siphoning the energy says that you're siphoning the energy from someone that God chose. So you're saying that God exists because you're feeding off those people. And it's like, I don't know. What you say and what you do are two different things, aren't they? So really, you do believe he exists. And really, you mocked him. And really, you went behind Dad's back to try and do stuff. And you thought Dad wouldn't know. or you thought Dad wouldn't care, or whatever you thought, you were definitely wrong. Absolutely wrong. He does care. Especially about the little children, as opposed to the big children, the grown-up children that are doing this. These ancient fucks. These people that want to, I don't know, live a little longer, pretend they're God, something they don't believe in. I aspire to be something that I don't believe in. What the fuck is that? So, I'll just let you know, like the information's at the title screen for those that think they're getting away with stuff. They're not. You know, there's an earthly court and a spiritual court going on. And I tell you now, if you're in spiritual court instead of the earthly court, man, you're in trouble. Like real trouble. Like there's nowhere to run on earth because, you know, you're going to be found anyway. But if you're in spiritual court, there's nowhere to run. Nowhere. All you can do is just go, okay, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I know not what I've done. Like I say, I don't mind people thinking I'm nuts because I know I'm not. I have the facts. And the fact that I say these things, and whoever gets to see it, whoever gets to see it, knows that those things on the title screen, they're true. These things that I've said, they're true. And those things that you need to know that are true is, you've already failed. You've already failed. And I'm trying to save you. These videos, they're not for me. I don't care. Really don't care. They're to try and warn you people, aliens, beings, whatever, however, you know, you resonate with pronouns or whatever. However you want to be. Especially you people that are, you know, hiding in these skins who think we don't know. We know. Especially you smoky fuckers. We know. Especially you Mr. Finance bloke. We know. You want the 50%? You ain't getting 50%. Word's going to get around. Literally, word's going to get around. All those people that have suffered, they're being connected to. You know, like you do? You know, this fake bullshit telepathy. You pretend you're God and you get inside somebody's head. But this is real. This is real. And they're getting into those people's heads. And those people, they're saying, I'm at such and such a place. And such a person. And I'm trapped. And I need help. And then getting help. And you won't be able to access them anymore. You see, you're going to starve. Yep, you're going to starve. I don't mean, you know, meat and stuff. Oh, even that, the proteins and that you flipping. You're going to starve. Your only hope, you already know you're lost. You're fulfilling a prophecy where you lose. That's crazy. Getting into the ring with a fighter that you know you're going to lose against. You already know the outcome. And you're forcing that to happen by trying to stop it happening. By thinking that you have a plan. You don't have a plan. Well, you have a plan, but it's already known. You have a plan that can't succeed. It's impossible to succeed. And you're doing these things that are going to stop, like, you're not going to be able to do them anymore. And I gave the option. I don't care. I'm just a messenger. I gave the option for you to stop, for you to repent, for you to free the people, for you to stop killing the animals, your own pets, whatever. Like, you had an option to do that, and you didn't do that. In fact, you went even more at it, trying to do love spells, trying to do death magic, trying to do all this fucking shit, this kitchen foolery stuff. Oh yeah, you went to the big uns. Well, you thought. You went to these ancient flipping hoodoo warriors, whatever they're called. And you wanted them to do it. And sometimes you didn't tell them who they were up against. And now they're pissed as well. You didn't tell them. And they're coming after you. Oh yeah. Oh yes, they're coming after you. Well, you didn't tell them what they were up against. Some of them, oh dear, some of them have lost their abilities. And more of them will. And they're not happy. See, what's happening is you're pissing off more of your own people than you are outside of your own, whatever you want to call it. I won't call it community, because it's not a community. Just a bunch of sad, evil people. But you're peeing off more of them. And they're coming after you first before we can even get to you. I don't know. I do know. And I don't care. I don't care. Like, I couldn't have been nicer. I couldn't have been nicer. I couldn't have given you any more information. And I told you, I shouldn't be giving you the information because, Dad might be, oi, what are you doing? But I'm not questioning God, but I'm saying, look, I'm a half decent person. I don't want to see people hurt. I know you've got just cause to, make these people suffer for what they've done, but I don't want to see people hurt. I don't want to see the people hurt in the first place, and I don't want to see the people hurt because they were hurting people. I just want everyone to be able to get on with everyone. But if anybody's going to be hurt, it's going to be those people that have been doing the hurting. I don't have to do anything. And again, I'm not bothered. I'm just telling you it's going to happen. Well, it's happening. I told you. The dominoes are falling. You all... I don't know how I can make it any clearer. You're all on the list. Like, there's a list. Boom. There you all are. You're all on the list. You lot first, then you. Some politicians, some people in the church, some blah, blah, in these sects. People in high places of these, governing these secret societies, covens, whatever, however you want, the Illuminati, however you want to be addressed to yourself. But if you want a special name for yourself, I'm not going to name everyone. Oh, but I will name the Eastern Stars because I haven't mentioned them. And they think, or maybe think, that we don't know their involvement, but we do. So you've all got different names. And you think, you're doing stuff and it comes back anyway. So everyone's on the list. And it starts with you fuckers, you ancient fucking we're gods on this planet. You fucking aliens, you, whatever entities, whatever you want to call yourselves. I don't care, because I'm not into this pronoun and fucking woke shit. I'm more the awoke, awake, awakened, ascended, that sort of stuff. So whatever you want to call yourself, you're all on a list. And this list has started. Name, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Group, yeah, okay. That's a domino. Next, no, domino, next, no. It took a long time to put these dominoes up, I can tell you that. Anyway, all these dominoes are all set up in this nice, beautiful pattern. And God went, and one fell. And they're all falling. It looks good. And this domino effect doesn't stop till the last domino. And the last domino is God himself. Everyone, every being is being judged. Everyone. Because that's only fair. How did you get in the position you're in? Well, I shat on all these people. I killed these people. I made these people suffer. I did this. Right, you're screwed. How did you get in the position you're in? Well, I got in the position I was in because this fucker screwed me over, pretended to be me, and he did this in my name, in the name of love, and in the name of this sun god or whatever it is. And really, it was them that did it and not me. Okay, you're not screwed. You're really a good person. You just had a load of shit put on you by these fuckers. So now their karma gets worse. See how it works? Everyone's getting judged, but not solely on what they've done and what they were made to do by other people. How other people, remember what Forrest said? Hiding behind a skirt. These fuckers dressing up as women, pretending to be other people, giving them their sins, thinking they were going to get away with it. Nah, don't work like that. Don't work like that. You ain't hiding behind no skirt. It don't work like that. So, this message, those people who actually get to see this in the end, who need to see this, who need to tell their boss or whoever the boss is watching this, and I don't fucking care if you are. It makes me laugh. It really does. And I swear, not because I'm angry, because I think it's funny that you think you're such a flipping hero, that you think you're a god, that you think any god would do to any beings what you're doing. You're not worth the shit on my shoe. You're not. Absolutely not. I don't know. You self-fulfill a prophecy and then you worry about it. That's stupid if you ask me. You're not thinking. Rushing around doing stupid things. Carrying on making the same mistakes. Crazy. Carrying on making the same mistakes. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? A wise man sits and waits. Only fools rush in. Hello, fools. I see you rushing. So, the title page tells you pretty much some of the stuff that's known. And I've told you more stuff that's known now. And I've told you 100 of times, don't know how many times I've told you, just because I don't say stuff, doesn't mean I don't know stuff. And I know stuff. I know lots of stuff. And I know you're getting in the ring with a boxer who's going to knock you out. There's no two ways about it. No matter how much you train, don't know how much you try to, I don't know, fix it. Like, put, stuff in the gloves or whatever it is that you want to fix to try and fix a fight. You're still going to lose because it's already been done. It's already been done. It's already been done. I don't know why you can't see it. Like past, present, and future. Like everywhere, all at once. I mean, everywhere, not just this earth, everywhere, all at once. Hear everything, see everything, know everything. Like written, it's already happened. It's already happened. And you're making it happen by doing what you're doing. It's already happened. And I said, the more you do it, the more Jesus will come back because you're doing the bad things that make him have to come back. You say it can't happen, and yet you're trying to stop it. What? Wait, what? He is coming back. Yes, if he's not already here. It's a happening thing. That's awesome. It will never be. No, never. Dominoes fall every day. Today is no different. Hey, single, how you doing? Yeah, it just makes me laugh that they say it. It's like you're trying to stop something happening and you don't believe in it. Make that make sense. I don't believe in God, but I want to stop Jesus coming back in Armageddon. What? Wait, what? Well, I want to stop the prophecy. Oh, the other prophecy, not the Jesus prophecy. Oh. But the fact that you're trying to stop it. The fact that you're trying to stop it. I don't believe in it, but we need to stop it happening. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like there's no thought gone into that at all. It makes no sense. I don't believe in it, but we've got to stop it happening. Well, something must be in this 3D imagination that you give for us for you to want to stop it happening. And remember, the game's changed. So everything that you do is going to fail. The existence that we had, that you created to make us believe that we had to suffer so you could be you and be, all powerful and feed off people. That existence, it doesn't exist. Those dominoes, as each one of those dominoes go down, the matrix changes. And more of the chosen wake up, and more of the people of the light wake up, and more of those people are freed, and more of those people tell about their experiences. And you'll see it on the news. You will see you people on the news. People that you know, not you people in here. The people that, need to worry. You'll see them on the news. And you'll see politicians on the news. And you'll see things changing. And you'll see laws put into place. And you'll see laws changed. And you'll hear of people like yourself getting upset about it. And that's tough. That's tough. Absolutely, that's tough. Because that's the way it's going to get. And it will get worse for you. Trust me. Like karma for you, I've said it in other videos ages ago. heaven and hell is the same place. Heaven and hell is the same place. For us people who want a nice, happy, loving, harmonious, peaceful environment, that's going to be hell to you. Oh, yeah. Because you're not going to have that. You're going to be going through karma, whatever your karma is. And if you can't exist in a world which is happy, loving, harmonious, and peaceful, then maybe you'll be somewhere else with these other beings in these other realms or these other planets or whatever it is. You may not believe that, but trust me. Bye. Just the way it is. Everything that you kept hidden. Oh, and I'll say it again. That information, you may get yourself some grace if you actually give us that information. I mean, we already have the information, but if you actually give it, not to us, but to the people that it belongs to, if you actually give them that information that you've been hiding from them, talking to you firstly, Pope, and then the rest of you, if you actually give that information to the people that deserve it, instead of hiding it and trying to hang on to it, you can't hang on to it. Fools. You're trying to stop something that you know already happens, and you know you already lose, and you know what happens when you lose. The people turn on you. And you could have saved yourself all of this. Not just the people, but the entities. Like, you know what happens. And you're still fighting it. And it's like, that's stupid. You're better off, because you know what happens, to be on the side that wins rather than the side that loses. So that information needs to come out and given to the people. It's going to be given to the people anyway. Because these higher beings, they're coming. Oh, yeah. Like, they're the Uber people for you. They're your lift. You won't like where they're taking you. You won't like the food either. You probably haven't eaten properly for a while, like all these takeouts you have and that. That's just crazy. And that's specific to someone or some people. So I'm trying to warn you. I don't care whether you listen or not. Like, it's too late anyway for you to start listening. Probably not too late to repent. I don't know. I'm not, I'm not going to speak for God. I don't know how much repenting. Like, there's some people out there that have no soul. Like, it's just darkness. Excuse me, confirmation. Oh, double confirmation. But, there's people out there that are just darkness. There's no, you can't save them. They don't want to save themselves, and you can't save them. And, in a way, I'm a little bit sad about that, but it is what it is. And I've learned to not care. I've learned to not care, because I'm not the judge. And if I was to judge, then I would care. So I'm not the judge. I'm not going to care. It is what it is. It'll happen how it's meant to happen, which is what Forrest said as well. Can I make it happen the way that it's meant to be? I don't know. You have to ask Forrest that. So we're at this point now where you know that everyone knows all of your plans, whatever it is you're trying to do, however you're trying to do it, what you think is going to save you, it's not going to save you. It's as simple as that. It's not. Oh, the frequencies. Forgot about those. Thank you. The frequencies. The angelic frequency. I've already told you about the frequencies. A bit like the Star Trek, whatever it is, where they alternate the frequencies. The frequencies are all different depending on what you eat and how you live your life and what how it goes. And the frequency is different. You got about 99%. Blah blah blah. You want to harness it and this, that, and the other. Ain't gonna happen. Isn't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And you know it's not going to happen because it's already written. It's written that it doesn't happen. And the fact that you're trying to make it happen is worse than foolish. You're fulfilling the prophecy that you're trying to stop by doing what you're doing. To me, that's crazy. You're getting in that ring and you're going to get knocked out because there is nothing. Like, you might as well say, duck, I'm going to punch you. You know what I mean? Like, you might as well just keep telling them what you're going to do, and he's just going to keep smacking the heck out of you. Like, I'm going to duck now, and he just punches you. I'm going to move to my left, and he punches you. I'm going to move to a right, and he punches you. I'm going to throw a right hand, and he stops it. Everything's known. Like, I don't know. I don't know how else to tell you. I keep telling you the same things, but you don't understand them. And, you know, I have to swear sometimes and act like I'm angry and pretend that, you know, whatever, trying to get into your bullshit vibration, but I don't know. I don't know what you want. I know what you want to hear, but I can't lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. You're screwed, basically. You're screwed. You had so many options to just say, okay, we've been found out. Enough's enough. We need to stop this. You know, cut our losses or whatever. Admit that God is more powerful than us. Whatever it is that you had to do. However it is that you wanted to do it or should have done it. Because you don't want to do it. I know you don't want to do it. You should have just done that. But you lost sight of what reality was. Like, you've been living in that bullshit matrix of your own making that you lost sight of reality. Like, you were so busy trying to stop it, you didn't realize that you were making it happen. And that's crazy, crazy, more crazy. Feeling good, looking good. I don't know what that is. Stop what? Stop what? Armageddon. It says on the front. Davey, bet you $1 that the FF is still alive. Yeah, he'll take some of that. Eddie movie, some movie. Eddie Murphy. Mother was smart like that. DoorDash. Yeah. Somebody talked about a DoorDash. Uber. Oh, you're not going to be unblocked. Whoever it is that's going, unblock me, unblock me. Apparently, you're not going to be unblocked, and you're not going to get it back either. God says, you ain't getting it back. That ain't going to happen. So those are the messages that I think some people need to know. And I'm not angry. And I'm not going to, even give you any false hope that whoever you try to get angry is going to get angry. Whoever you try to set up is going to be set up. Like this music bullshit person that you're coming out of jail and you're going to get back in and try and get them. No, ain't going to happen. They already know. They already know. And you know that they know because I've just told you. I've just told you what you had planned and they already know. So put them back in jail. And yes, you can jump in and out, people. And I don't like that jumper you're wearing. Makes you look fat. I'm joking. But those hoops. I don't know. Just Just do the right thing. Those that are left, those that have got anything about them, that I don't care whether you've already lost. It doesn't matter, and I don't care. I don't care. It is what it is. It will happen the way that it's going to happen, which is what Forrest said. Can I make it happen the way it's supposed to happen? It's happening the way that it's supposed to happen. If that's what Forrest said, if that's what he meant, like leading up the prophecy, whatever it is, however it is, it's going to happen the way that it's supposed to happen. Not the way you want it to happen, you naughty, naughty people. The way that it's supposed to happen. It's going to happen that way. And you're screwed. Absolutely screwed. And if you're on the fence or whatever, like even if you're full on, I've been evil, you know, I've been found out, I admit I've been evil, you know, I was lost in the whatever of it, and I really am, you know, remorseful and repentant and whatever. If you really are, then there's no harm in saying, you know, that you are. And if you're not tough, you're screwed. And if you just, you know, been a little bit naughty and you realise you've been a bit naughty and you want to get some grace, then, you know, get on the right side. And do not that anybody needs you. I'm not asking you to like betray anyone or do anything. I don't care. That's between you and God. I don't care. Nobody needs you to do anything. But it's more favourable on you if you do. And in that instance, you know, it's one more person that lives life in harmony and peace and love than it is, you know, gets carted off to whatever realm or prison or whatever it is, whatever planet it is, however it's going to turn out. Because you think we're alone, we're not alone. Well, you don't think we're alone. You evil fucks, you know we're not alone because you use these people or beings, like, you know, these people that dress up in our meat skin. You use them. But we're all just energy. We're all energy. And we have this meat bag or this water bag, and then we have a spirit or a soul or whatever you want to call it inside you, or a being or whatever you want to call it. And some of us are thousands and thousands of years old. And, you know, we've come here loads of times. And, you know, some of us might be old, but not come here loads of times. And that's just the way that it is. And then we have these, you know, aliens that, you know, come here as well. And, you know, want to buy and sell and use us as commodities. Here's some life force. Here you go. How much for that? And like I say, this highest bidder, like offering it up to the highest bidder, you're not going to have any money. You're going to lose it all. That's what the towers are about. You people are doing all this evil stuff, you're going to lose all your money. But whoever the highest bidder is won't have any money to pay you. That's the whole point of all this. How you got your money. And the fact that you got your money in the way that you did is the fact and the way that you're going to lose it. And the suffering that you're going to go through is going to be worse than mine, and mine was pretty bad. I can tell you that now. But there are some people out there who probably suffered more than I have, and you're going to suffer more than they did. Because that's your karma. And you brought that on yourself. No one's inflicted it upon you. You've tried to push it on someone and they said, no thanks. Send it back. So it come back to you. That's all that's happening. That's exactly all that's happening. You're injuring people and they've gone, no thanks, I don't want it anymore. Send it back. So it's going back to you. So all the stuff, I'm saying it now, out into the universe, so the universe knows and God knows, saying it now, just so you remember that it's been said, all of the hurt, pain and sorrow, all of the life-taking, everything that's happened throughout the generations, thousands of years of it, your ancestors, your people, however it is, however you want to look at it, all of that you've caused to any being is your karma for you and those ancestors. Those bad ancestors, not the good ancestors, the bad ones. That's what you're going to get. All the money you've taken off people, that's going back. Houses, cars, yachts, whatever it is that you've got, whatever it is, love. Oh, that's another thing. You people are getting divorced, did you know? Sorry about that, but that's just the way it is. All of these entrapments that you did to get married to these people, that's all been exposed. Everything's getting exposed. So you people are getting divorced. I'm sure you already know that, but more of you will get divorced because more of you did trap people in these little spells that you have, these kitchen backroom spells that you do. But the big boss is setting things straight. Daddy's back. And he's putting everything back where it should be. And he's starting with you people. Not you people in chat or whoever. You may be in chat, I don't care. I can't see the Pope being in chat, but or these people in these dictators or crazy people in charge of countries. I don't suppose my prime minister's listening either, but you never know. These bad people that do these bad things. Our own, I don't know, was it Treasure or someone was caught out trying to bullshit us about stuff. Nothing's going to be hidden. Ain't going to be any more bullshit. Matrix has changed. Game's different. I've tried to warn you, tried to tell you, don't try and get away with stuff because you're going to be caught out. You really are going to be caught out. And you scammers, you're going to be caught out as well. You people that come on into these chats of, hardworking people and pretend you're them and get people to give you money. That's going to change as well. And you people on the phone, like trying to get people's energy, getting them wound up, spending half an hour, 3/4 of an hour, just plain stupid. Ain't going to work anymore. The world's going to change. It's going to change for the better. I can promise you that. How that works, that's up to God. Like how much destruction there is. I don't know how to say this nicely. Some people are going to be unalived because of their own wishes on other people. Excuse me. Confirmation. Because you wished it on someone else, because you tried to do it to someone else, it's going to come back as karma. Some people are going to lose, love. Some people are going to lose money. Some people are going to lose, whatever it is that whatever they wished on other people, that's what's going to happen to them. And in most cases, you sad people, you don't care. You already, sacrifice your own pets and that. But if you want people to suffer, through love or whatever it is, that's going to happen to you. If there's anybody that you do love apart from yourself, and not in a nice way, that's going to happen to you. Literally going to happen to you. And, I should send you love and light, but I don't. I'm not going to. Because, like I say, God's will be done on earth as it is in heaven. It's just the way it goes. It really is. And this heaven that this earth is going to be, it's going to be a hell for any of you that are left. And like I said, I wanted to, look after people. I wanted to get the homeless off the street, the veterans. I want to help the children. I want to help the old people. I want to help the sick people. I want to, cure these diseases and everything that you bullshit people have kept us with. I wanted all that, but I wanted everyone to go through that, and that's impossible because you people are just too evil. And I don't know if God wants to or will do or is going to leave you people here. I know that I don't want to burden anyone with looking after you in prison. I'm not going to give people a burden of taxes to look after you people in prison. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, do you bring back the death penalty? Do you just get rid of them? Because that's what they want for other people. And it's cheaper than, keeping them alive for 25 years or however long you put them in jail. Or, do our good beings, the good aliens, come and take you and put you in a, I don't know, a planet that is not very nice? Livable, but not very nice. Would that be your prison? Probably. Hope so. Because I don't want you left on this earth and we've got to pay for you. You don't deserve it. So maybe we'll get a few drones in, eh? Just pick you up and take you. Some people missing, are they? Are you losing people? I wonder where they've gone. So maybe we'll just pick you up and have you airlifted out. I don't know. Whatever God's design is, whatever the plan is. Because there's a lot of people on this earth that just want to be able to enjoy life. That's how it's supposed to be. Just want to get up in the morning and be grateful they're alive and not have to toil. That's all I want. And like I say, it isn't about me. It's about everyone. Everyone. Not just every person. Everyone. Every being. Wherever they are. And that's past, present and future. In any reality. Whichever multiverse. Whichever space-time continuum. Whichever plane of existence. Just the way it is. So, that's for those people that have plans and think that they're okay. They're not. And like I say, I'm not angry. I'm not vengeful. I'm not threatening. Just telling you this is what it is. Everything that you know, you think is secret, is not secret. Every plan that you have that you think is going to aid you is going to hinder you, is going to leave you with less. The more you try and injure anyone, the more gets taken from you. That's just the way that it is. It's a different game. I've told you. That game that you played where everything you did to somebody made you better off, richer, more youthful, more love, sex, whatever it is, however your mind thinks. Everything that you did in that game, that matrix that you created, that made you better off, everything that you do, remember you go down the snake and you go down the ladder. Nearly every step that you take, you go down. That's the way the game's set up. So everything that you do that used to bring you something good is going to bring you something bad. I don't know, maybe one day it might bring you me. You never know. And if it does, I pity you. I really do. I really do. And I'm not threatening you. I'm just saying, I'm not one to be messed with. I've been through too much. I really have. I've seen too much. I've heard too much to want to spend any time in your energy. Anytime. Like, that would be too much time. Seriously. I do not kid you. I told you, I'll just tell you the truth. That would be too much time. It's just the way it is. So, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. This is not for you. I'm sorry you've had to go through this. For those who do know what I'm talking about, you know I'm telling you the truth because you've seen what's happened and you know what's going to happen already. You already know what's going to happen. You don't need me to tell you. You already know. But now you know that what you think you're going to do, that hope that you have, it's no hope. We already know what the outcome is. You already know what the outcome is. You're hoping against hope that you can do this, this, and this. And we already know. I've already told you. That frequency bullshit ain't going to work. Ain't going to work. Ain't going to work. You're doing everything you're supposed to do. Remember this free will that I told you about? You're doing everything you're supposed to do. Because that's who you are. That's how the story was written. Now, I told you God's a merciful God. I told you about Joshua. Joshua? He went back and told the town they repented. God spared them. I told you about Jericho. No, Joshua was Jericho. Jonah was the town that was spared. Told you about Jericho. He had no idea what was going on until it was too late. Down came the walls. That's you lot. The walls come down. I told you about running over the cliff. Running up the light. Hell bent on getting the light. And that's what destroyed you. You couldn't see the big chasm in front of you. You couldn't see that you're just running off the edge of a cliff. Determined to get the light. I told you. Told you it was your downfall and you still didn't listen. And you're still hell-bent on the same plan. That same plan that takes you off the edge of the cliff. That same plan. That brings about the thing that you want the least. Because you're making it happen by doing what you're doing. I don't know how many times I can say the same thing. 4 years. 4 years. It started with it's black and white. What does that mean? Good versus evil? A done thing? Like you're told from the very beginning. It's obvious. You're told from the very beginning. You took information from me that suited you. Password. GB or UK? Passport. Whatever it is you want to create. License. And never thought, hang on, this is a little bit easy. This is a little bit too easy. Just handed it over. On top of, I never even told Forrest. This is what he did. On top of, I never even told Forrest because he said don't trust anyone. On top of that, me telling you that, I never even told Forrest because he said don't trust anyone. And then you think that I'm going to give you the password. I'm going to give you, however I get called here, GB. You know, I'm going to give you all this information. I'm going to ask you for the number. I know who you are. I know how it all started. But then is not divine timing. Because had I stopped it then, we wouldn't be where we are now. And you wouldn't be thinking about Armageddon. can I make it happen the way that it's supposed to be? Am I saying that? Is Forrest saying that? Is God saying that? Or are you doing that? Are you making it happen the way that it's supposed to be? I told you you were. I said, the more you say there's no religion, the more you do all this bullshit stuff, and, I agree, religion, but the more that you do all this bullshit stuff, this woke stuff, this DEI stuff, this transgender stuff, all this bullshit, this matrix shit that you're doing, the more you do it, the quicker you bring Jesus. I told you. And now you're worried. Ooh, ooh. Crazy. Anyway, I better go because you don't hear me going. It's all on how you look at situations, how you react to them. I'll catch up with you later, man. I've got to go to Home Depot and get some. Okay, sorry, mate. If you've already gone, sorry, or madam, or whoever. I appreciate you being here. Oh, you're still there. 1, 2 doesn't really work. I don't know what that means. Clears throat. There is a specific desired result required. Until then, it will continue. Said that years ago. Yes, I couldn't stop it even if I wanted to. Not me. Forrest said that. Baby, it's close. I can feel it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Dun, 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 dun. Love music. Aha. Yeah. Oh, yes. You need that aha moment. Only way to get that info is from the poem. You have been told. Free will, the choice of obedience or disobedience. So, yeah, just black and white, isn't it? It's simple. You just do. You do the right thing or you do the wrong thing. That's it. That's it. You do the right thing or you do the wrong thing. And if you do the wrong thing, you're going to be judged by God by doing the wrong thing. You shouldn't be judged by anyone else. It's as simple as that. Like, people should stop you doing the wrong thing, but not judge you for doing the wrong thing. Like, they shouldn't allow you to rob someone. If they can, they should stop you. But they can't go shouting and screaming at you that you did it. God will judge that. Or the police, or whatever, however, that works. It's not for you to judge. And I don't even know how that's going to work. Excuse me, more confirmation. If God takes back power, and there's no reason to think that he won't, if he takes back power and there is no people in power, just God, he just comes down, picks you up, say, right, you're off. Will there be any need for the police and stuff like that? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work going forward. But if God takes back power, people are going to have to think twice about doing bad things. Seriously. Because if God takes back power, because we can't be trusted, wow. That doesn't bear thinking about. Especially if you get to the point that there is Armageddon. If we get to that point and God takes back power, and that hand comes down and just picks you up and says, "Oh, you? What have I told you?" However it works, it might come down on a cloud or something, or a white horse, or whatever it is. You just say, "What have I told you about not doing that?" So I don't know how it'll be going forward, but I do know it ain't going to be like it is now, and we're not going to suffer. I know there's some people that say, "Oh, I'm not suffering anyway," but this is not meant for you. Then is it? It's for the people that are suffering. I can't wait. I can't wait. Thanks for the show, Mario. It's always good to see and hear. Thanks, and it's always good to read you. I do appreciate, even if your worst enemy, and I know there are people here that stab me in the back daily with the voodoo dolls and all that. bullshit that they do that doesn't work. It's obviously it doesn't work. In fact, look at me. I'm not like I'm getting younger every day. I've asked him to put my hair back, but it hasn't worked yet, so we'll see. But everything that you do to try and bring a good person down is giving them more, giving them back what they lost, and taking it from you. Like, you're the person that's going to look older than you are. You're the person that's going to have less money. You're the person that's not going to have a house. You're the person that's not going to have a car. You're the person that's not going to have any love. You're the person that's not going to have any children. You're the person, like, everything that you're doing that's bad is going to be, everything that you're doing is bad is going to be taken from that person and given back to you. And everything that you got that was good is going to be given to that person. So the fact that people stop me moving forward means God is saying, look, I'm sorry you had to go through that. And because you had to go through that, and because it took so many years of your life and blah, 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 however this works, this is what I want to do for you. Here you go. You know, feel a bit fitter, feel a bit younger, look a bit healthier, blah, 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 have a bit more money, etc., etc., etc. The very thing that you're trying to stop these people doing, and they're going to get. And you're going to be, you know, bad people are going to be watching it going, oh, I hope they don't get rich. I hope they don't, you know what I mean? I hope they don't succeed. I hope they don't save the earth. I hope they don't, whatever it is. Like, whatever it is that you wanted, you know, the bad that you wanted for them, that's what you're going to get. Which brings about that scenario. You're going to lose because you're fighting against yourself. Everything that you do, it's like going stab, stab, stab. So what are you doing? Oh, I'm trying to hurt somebody. I'm trying to stab them in the eye, but I don't know. It just seems like I keep stabbing myself in the eye. It's like, give it a rest. Not because you're hurting me or hurting anyone else, because it's not going to get through. Those people that you're hurting now, that's going to stop. And it's going to go back on you. Those people are going to be saved, taken away from you. They're either going to be taken away from you or you're going to give them away. Because what you're doing to them is bringing bad karma on you. And at some point, you're going to go, it's because of what I'm doing to these people. That's why I'm getting bad karma. And you're going to stop doing it. Now, you're either going to realize earlier or too late. That's up to you. But you are going to realize that what you're doing to hurt people is bringing bad luck to you, bad karma, whatever you want to call it. And that's just the way the game's being played now. And I told you, try to warn people. I don't want to see anyone get hurt. No one. But I don't want to see good people get hurt. So I'd rather see bad people get hurt. And if that's the way the game's got to be played, that's the way the game's got to be played. And I'm not going to care. I did. I told somebody, you know, I've cried more than one river. Loads of rivers. I've probably cried an ocean. I'm not kidding you. And some of it was for me. And some of it was for everyone else. The bad people and the good people. Like the good people for what was happening to them, and the bad people for what's going to happen to them. Well, I didn't know when to stop crying because there seemed to be a lot of people to cry for. And that's crazy. It's like, why are you crying for these people? Look what they're doing. It's like, yeah, but they're not just people, beings, like alien beings coming to this planet and screwing us over. It's like, why? And then you start thinking, then you start crying, you think, well, what? You know, you start thinking about why is God letting it happen? Then you think about these people that take away. You can only do so much. You can only save so many. But even if you're everywhere at once, you can only save so many. Depending on how many people, these evil people, are trying to control everything. Because they are controlling. You know, this kitchen flipping black magic does work on some people. But the fact that people have woken up, or even one person woke up and woke everybody else up. It doesn't matter. They have woke up, and the matrix has changed. And now the game is different. And now God can win and will win because you failed. You failed to do the one thing you wanted to do, and that was to stop the person waking up in the first place. You couldn't find them. Tough. Back hair Sephiroth. Went out with a chick with hair all the way down the back, none on her head. Cool. Love it. Hey, MJ. Yeah, that would freak me out as well. I have to admit that. Hairy balls. Hairy balls. Hey, Frank. So many people refuse to wake up even with all the truth. And that's all I try to do. And people get upset when I tell them the truth. Like, I tell someone the truth, and then they try and slander me. So, wait, what? I tell you the truth, and you try and like wind me up or get me angry or put a load of stuff out and try to twist it. And it's like, well, isn't that just proving what I just said? The fact that you're doing all this. Like, if you're a nice person, you don't go out of your way to try and influence people about another person. You just don't. It's like if there's no judging, you just go, oh, well, that's, they're not very nice. Doesn't stop you loving them. You just think, oh, you're not very nice. But to purposely go out of your way to upset other people, it's like, well, doesn't that say that you're not a nice person? Doesn't that say that everything I said about you means you're not a nice person? And they can't see it. And at some point, they will see it because I'm a good teacher. It's what I do. I teach. And it doesn't matter how long it takes for somebody to learn a lesson. It doesn't. That's up to them. See, a good teacher, this is a secret of teaching. A good teacher lets you teach yourself. At some point, you will tell yourself. And when you tell yourself, that's when you learn. So I plant the seed, and at some point, that seed grows. And when it grows, that's when you get taught. At that point, not when I'm telling you. You don't need to understand it when I'm telling you. You just need to understand it. And at some point, you'll go, oh, shit. He's fucking right. Bastard. I didn't want him to be right, but he's right. You just learn. That's the whole point of learning. Like, the best way to teach is for someone to tell themselves what the answer is. Like, I shouldn't have to tell you the answer. I should just say, what's 2 times 2? And then it's up to you to work out what 2 times 2 is. But in order for you to work out what 2 times 2 is, I have to explain, well, this is how you do the multiplication table. I don't tell you what the answer is. I never tell you what the answer is because you don't learn. If I keep telling you answers, you won't learn. But if I tell you what the problem is and how to solve the problem, which is what I've done, I've told you the truth. This is the problem. And the truth is you need to do this, this, and this. And at the point that you go, hang on a minute, this is the problem. And this is the outcome. Oh, sugar, that's the wrong outcome. That's not the answer to the problem. The answer to the problem is I need to repent. That's the answer. Not, oh, I need to cause, do more black magic or love magic, or I need to siphon more people, or I need to do this, that, and the other, or I need to get the frequency, or I need to... No, that's not the answer. And until you get the right answer, what can I say? So I'll give you the information, I'll give you the truth, and you put the two together. And if you come up with the wrong answer, you're screwed. And if you come up with the right answer, you're a better person. It's that simple. Honestly, it's that simple. But if you come up with the right answer, you're a better person. And up until the point that you keep getting the wrong answer, you won't feel like you're a better person. And until you get the right answer, that will be when you go, oh shit, that's the right answer. That's the right answer. This is what I need to do to get the right answer. When all is played out, it will all make sense, in my opinion. Oh, yeah. Imagine you know the entire truth, but some of the you love can't hear it. And that's exactly where I am, Frank. I love everyone, and they can't hear it. And they want to attack me because I love everyone and try to make out that I don't, because they don't love everyone. Because that's the person they are. When they hear me speaking, they see themselves and they hear themselves, and they pick out only a little bit, which makes me not be truthful instead of having everything together. A bit like what they did with Trump. You pick out a little bit and say, oh, look at him, and look at it all and get the truth of it. And they don't want the truth because they don't live in truth. They live in lies. Their whole life is devil's advocate. Their whole life is causing chaos. Their whole life is being right. They don't ever want to be wrong, ever. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't care. There's nothing you can tell me about me that says I should care, because I've already asked myself. Just because you can build an engine does not mean you know how to drive. Yeah, and the other way around. Just because you can drive doesn't mean you know how to build an engine. Sometimes you just need to be able to know what you need to be able to know. But you need to live in a world where being you is acceptable. That's it. Excuse me, more confirmation. Being you is acceptable. And as long as you're not upsetting anyone else, you can do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. No, that's slightly wrong. As long as you're not purposely doing it to upset anybody else, you can do what you want. Do what you want. Like, some people get triggered, but what can you do? Like, you're flying your kite, having a great time, says, oh, I want to fly that kite. Why not? Well, it's going over my garden. Well, I can't control the wind. Why don't we fly that kite? Oh, I'm going to fly it anyway. Is the truth dangerous? Is the truth dangerous? Not in an ideal world. Not in a good world. In this world, yes, the truth is dangerous in this world. Both to the person that you're telling and to the person who's telling the truth. Because the person that you're telling is going to have a downfall and may attack the person who's saying the truth because they don't want that downfall. So in this world, the truth is dangerous to both sides. And you have to be brave to say the truth, because those idiots that don't want the truth revealed, they get aggressive. As probably seen with some people that attack me, but I don't care. So yeah, it is dangerous, but in a world where there are no secrets, where there is no agenda, then the truth doesn't matter. Because the truth is, I love you, you love me, it's all good. You know what I mean? Like, the truth isn't dangerous then. It's only dangerous when there's people lying, scheming, conniving, trying to do things behind people's backs. Then it becomes dangerous. And we don't have to live in a world like that. That's not the world we're supposed to be living in. That's not God's world. That's man's world. Man created this. Or the Anunnaki, or the Sumerians, or whoever you want to believe that's started this rebellion against God. Whoever those people are that started this matrix. Perhaps today will definitely affect tomorrow. Yeah, can I affect? Who says I can't affect the future? So, can I make it happen the way that it's supposed to be? I don't know how the future is supposed to be affected, but I can assure you now that if people carry on doing what they're doing, Armageddon takes place and their history, like 1,000 years apiece. Going to get 1,000 years apiece, whatever happens. Whatever happens, there's 1,000 years apiece. Or more, whatever that is supposed to be. And those people that have fought against it are those people that are, don't take this the wrong way, anybody who's rich and famous and whatever, who's a good person, I don't mean you. I really don't mean you. Or anybody that was, a rebel and then changed and became a, nice person. I don't mean you. I mean, these people that want to keep everybody down and want to change other rich people to be like them, like low vibration, evil, stupid people. And probably the only, well, no, Audrey Hepburn, to me, was pretty much the perfect woman. Not only was she beautiful, but, you know, she'd do all these charity stuff and that. The same with Princess Di, you know, and like, Audrey Hepburn was beautiful to me. Princess Di was just a pretty, you know, a pretty lady. I didn't have the same affection for her as I did for Audrey Hepburn, but she was beautiful because of the soul that was within her, because of the way she acted to people, and that means more than anything. Absolutely more than anything. That inside you, there's this person that cares for everything, for everyone, you know, trees, people, animals, whatever. It doesn't matter, because we have to live on this planet, and like I said hundreds of times, it's not coincidence that everything is the way that it is. Like, it's all set up in a way that it all works, and if you start taking bits and pieces of it away, the whole biosphere, whatever it's called, it falls apart. Like, without the water, we're screwed. Without the bees, we're screwed. Without the trees, we're screwed. Like, all of those things have to exist. Each cell, amoeba, blah, 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 is eaten by something else, and something else, and something else, and something else. There's always somebody further up the food chain, and there has to be, in order for everything to exist. And if you take something out of the food chain, then that person that used to feed off it doesn't exist either. And then that thing disappears, and that thing doesn't exist. And that's how it goes. And if you take the bees away, then, you know, plants don't get pollinated, etc., 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 however it works. So it's an architecture. It's been built and designed specifically for it to survive and succeed. So if we can just leave it the way that it was designed, have a great world. All the plants survive, all the animals survive, all the human beings survive, all of the other entities that, you know, are around us survive, however that is. And it's all good. It's all good. But when people start screwing with the weather, screwing with people, screwing with the animals, that rhythm of life is changed. You know, UB40 saying the earth dies screaming. That's how it seems. And the earth has to heal, the people have to heal, the world will heal. And, you know, if we get 1,000 years of peace, you know, I probably won't be here in 1,000 years' time, so I won't know, but probably. I'm not saying I won't be, but probably. But it sounds good to me. You know, and just take the chest and go in peace would be great. Just, like, I can't imagine a world full of love. Like, I can imagine it, but it's like, oh God, there's so much to be done to make that happen. You know, and it starts with bringing everybody together. Everyone, whatever you are, whoever you are, however you want to live your life. Which sounds crazy, you know, when you look at Ukraine and Russia and Israel and China, but why can't we? Like, why does there have to be, I know there has to be some sort of structure, but why do people have to be in charge of places? In the sense that, you know, president of Russia, president of America, blah, blah, blah. Like, just If you're in a position of power, your duty should be to look after the people. First and foremost, should be to look after the people. It shouldn't be to make money and be rich. It just shouldn't. And it shouldn't be to have slaves. It just shouldn't. That's not what it's about. So therefore, it's not, I don't think it's a position of power. Well, it's not a position of power. The people have the power. You're just put in a position because of the people of power. That's how I see it. Like you're in a position to help those people in their day-to-day life. That's your responsibility. That's your position. They're no better than you. Like the people are no better than the people in those positions because you're all people. And the power you hold is not power over the people. It's power over the businesses that help the people succeed. That's all your power is. The electric, the gas, the water, the fuel, all of those things that they need to live their life. That's what you're in charge of. You're not in charge of the people. You're in charge of the power that helps the people to live their life. That's it. And everybody's just a person. And it doesn't matter if you're a billionaire or, there shouldn't be any homeless. That just shouldn't happen. It shouldn't be there shouldn't be no home. I don't get. It shows the Matrix. God, it's going on longer. It shows the Matrix because the bullshit about immigrants, refugees, that bullshit that they need to look after these people and bring them in and, it's our duty to do it. Well, why aren't you looking after the people that are on the streets? Why aren't you looking after them? Like, why are you looking after people from another country, but you're not looking after people in your own country? That to me says somebody's pulling the strings, and it's not somebody who's got, the hearts of the people, the interests of the people. It just isn't. There's another agenda behind all of this stuff. Because if you were seriously doing it because you have a duty to other people, these other countries or whatever it is, these refugees, then why aren't you looking after your own people? Charity starts at home. You don't go feeding the people in the house 10 doors away. You don't feed them first. You don't say, well, they're not having a very good life. They're struggling down there. We're going to feed them first. And your kids are starving. Dad, can I have some food? Oh, no. I want to feed the house down the road. You have to go without some, daughter. I'm not going to give you nothing. Dad, can I have a blanket? No. I need to give it to the person down the road. What? Hold on a minute. What's going on here? Dad, can I have a bike? No, I'll just give one to the person down the road. What? So that says, hang on a minute. This world we're living in, that ain't real. There's something not right here. That's bullshit. And that's how it was. Bit by bit, you wake up. This person is on 100 grand a year in $1 million house. What? Hey? You're on 100 grand a year and you've got $1 million house and a yacht and a flipping 16 cars. What? And you go on 15 holidays a year. Hey? What? So when you wake up to that sort of bullshit, you realise that this matrix that we're living in is created by someone else, not by God. Or something else, not by God. That's not what he wants. Anyway, thank you. Removing oil is bad in my opinion. It would be like taking all your blood. Oil is not created the way they tell you it is. Hey, Gio, didn't know you're in. I hear you. We're all lied to all the time. The truth would make the price go down. And that's where it is. That's where I'll leave it. That's all it is. It's to keep you paying money so you're not seeing what they're blooming doing. You're so burdened that you don't realise what's really going on. And, that's a stop. The truth will in the ignorant and those without restraint, wisdom, grace. And I'm fully aware of that, Frank. That's like there's going to be so much animosity, especially when it comes out about religion, because they're going to freak out. But there's one God, which means there's one God. You don't need religion. There's just one God. That's it. People pay $1 of coke. Wins about the price of fuel, then comes from the other side of the world. A liter just got back in town. Oh, the boys are back in town, or the girls are back in town, or whoever Geoduck is. I have to be careful because, I wonder who Geoduck is. Nice to see you. Nice. That's crazy. Hey, MJ, it's all good. The JFK files that are being discovered and released are... So, this is what this is all about. This is about the truth, finding out the truth. And then in a world of love and peace and harmony, finding about the truth about the old matrix shouldn't cause too much animosity. Because this, moving forward, it's about, no judging, forgiving, all the stuff that's gone on in the past. Because if you carry it with you, you're just going to be a sad, angry person for the rest of your life. Just being bitter towards what's happened, as opposed to letting it go and trying to just live a normal, peaceful life. Because your heart and your mind will be stuck in the past. And the thoughts that you have will be negative. And there's no point in that. You can't be harmonious if you're just negative all the time. So you have to let things go. And some of these things will be horrible to hear and, not nice. But if you go around, trying to fight everybody and angry with everybody, then you're going to be no better than the people that you found out about. So it's going to be hard. There's going to be a load of storms. There's going to be a load of towers. There's going to be a load of people resenting it. There's going to be a load of people fighting it. And people don't like change at the best of times. Even if the change is good, they won't like it. So it has been brought about, properly and, with people's thoughts and minds. I know religion is going to be the hardest one. People won't want to sacrifice their religion. But the truth is the truth. If there's only one God, then there can't be so many religions. So we just have to start with the one God and do right by each other, because that's all, that's all it is, to love one another. That's probably the most important. If you love someone, you're not going to go around killing them or hurting them or stealing from them or whatever. So, that's the most important thing. And I know people can go, oh, it's all hippie stuff. And, well, if it's hippie stuff, it's hippie stuff. But it is what it is. The truth's the truth. And if you're going to try and, if you don't want to accept the truth, then you're going to struggle. It's that simple. If you don't want to accept the truth, you're going to struggle. But if you have an open mind, if you're prepared to look at the facts, then, you've got half a chance. And, that's just the way it is. Where have you been, Geoduck? Western Colorado, trying to finish up my cabin project. Uh-oh. Cabin. Digital. Yes, sir. Everywhere. Well, he hasn't been to London to see the Queen, so we're okay. Because the Queen doesn't exist anymore. Sounds like a great place. It's getting there. That sounds good. Good luck on your cabin. Yeah. But they, don't know, I see these westerns and that, and they all seem to have a nice cabin and like the river or the stream or the lake or something by it, and it's like, oh, I wouldn't mind living in a place like that. And then I think, well, where's the nearest shop? Where's the nearest nightclub? Where's the nearest blah blah blah? And then it's like, well, I'll probably live there for a little bit, but I'd miss the town. Or like, how many times would I have to clean the cobwebs and those sort of things. But that's just me. So we'll be living in a world of, manifesting. I don't mean in the way that these sad people do it. I mean in the belief that Dad wants what's best for you, and you just have to ask and believe that Dad's going to give you it, and that's it. That's it. That's as simple as it gets. And if you're doing it, for your highest good and the highest good of the people in the world, then there's no reason why it won't happen. But if you're doing it for selfish reasons, then there's less likelihood that it's gonna come your way. But for some people it does, and then karma comes and bite them up their bum, and then they lose it all, and that's how it'll be. Oh, you're writing a book on manifesting. I hope it's not this write it down a few times and all this stuff. I hope in there somewhere, God gets a mention, or the universe, or the spirits, or the angels, or I find it hard to believe that people just go, "Oh, I manifested that," unless they're saying, that God is inside you. Then I'm all for that. If you're saying that whoever the spirit is inside you, whatever it is, if that is the thing that created it, then I'll go with that. God is inside all of us, because if we're creating God's image, then we are God. We're the Son of God, and we should grow up to be like God, and we should have God-given abilities, and etc., etc., etc. Those sort of things. So yeah, if that's the sort of book, if it's just write it out and believe it that you're doing it, which still works, because you got to have faith in a maverick, and God's a great maverick, so you've got to have faith in him. So if it's just about having faith, then again, if you believe you can do it because you have faith, then that's part of it. But at some point, I suppose, I don't know how vain God is. I haven't spoke to him. If he wants glory, like if he has to have glory, if you manifest something and don't give him glory, will he go, "Well, I'm going to take that off him now because I didn't give me glory"? I don't know if he's that vain, but do you manifest in this book? Yeah. I wish you luck with that anyway, Gio. I have no plans to write books or do anything, but who knows? Who knows? I thank you all for being here. I thank you for the likes. Even if you hate me, I thank you for being here, because you're listening. And it is meant, I don't want to say a warning, because it's not a warning. It is a warning, but I don't mean it to sound like it's a warning. It's just advice. Things are the way they are because you make them the way they are. And your life can be great if you want your life to be great, and you believe that it can be great, because there's something, whatever it is you want to call it, whether it's you, or whether it's the God that's in you, or the God that's out there, or the alien, or the entity, or the spirit, or the angel, whatever it is that you want to believe, you can have a great life by believing you can have a great life. That's it. And you can have it in peace with everybody else who are also having a great life. You don't have to have a great life on the back of someone else. You can have a great life because you believe that you can have a great life. And that's all it is. And Gio will tell you that, because he's going to do a book of manifesting. So you must know. It's actually good. Ooh. Yeah, I believe it's possible to manifest. Well, I have to. But at the back of my manifesting, there's a power outside of us or within us that is able to do these things. Whichever matrix you want to call it, however you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, the reality that we're in, whether it's something is creating it, something creates it. So either you create it, or there's something outside creating it for you, or you're creating it together. You're asking that person, "Look, I want to create this thing," and that person says, "Okay, then." what is it you want to create, and you say what it is you want to create, and they go, right, we'll do it like this, and then you create it. So, you know, that must mean that Geoduck manifested me and you, Davey. Excuse me. And RV or whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. Generally, it's for kids looking for direction in life, but helps everyone. We're all kids. We're all sons and daughters of God, so we're all kids, and we're all looking for direction. So, yeah, everyone. Like, it doesn't matter how smart you are, you don't know everything, and it doesn't matter where you've been, you haven't been everywhere. So we all need direction. It's that simple. Literally that simple. You know, and you'd probably be a narcissist if you think you know everything and don't need any advice or any direction off anyone. And it doesn't matter if they're telling you how to get to a place you already know to get to. They might have a different way. They might have a quicker way. You know, no information is wasted. Or no information is a waste of time. And if you're not prepared to hear somebody else's point of view, then you shouldn't be around to listen. So I thank you. The 16 people and 3 likes. I don't think there'd be that many, but hey ho. I thank you all for being here. I thank you for chatting. I thank you for it being a nice chat as well. No, you know, no drama, which is always good. I was expecting some. It wouldn't have, you know, served a purpose, but I was expecting some. I don't know why, but I actually looked half decent. I don't know how that happens because I think I think this camera's just trying to be nice to me because, you know, even I think I look younger. And, you know, I'm old, very old. Thousands of years old. No, I don't know. I don't know how old the soul inside me is, but old. So take care, everyone. It's only 1:46 here. So, 22, the twos. There's supposed to be a portal or something today, isn't there? So they're probably doing some magic or something. I don't know what time it's supposed to be. But 22-2, I think there's a portal or something. And there's some star doodah stuff as well going on. Thanks, MJ. Yes, I plan to have a great weekend, apart from the shopping. I don't like shopping much, but got to do it, I suppose. Got to do it. Got to do it. So all of you have a good night. Great sleep. Ciao for now. Take care.